Okay, so the first question was bepaal die vergelijking van F en G. Okay, I think I forgot to label them. I think this one was F and this one was G. So the equation of F, I know you know how to get. So when we want to do 2.1, right, we always start with y is equal to mx plus c. And now the question is, what is c and what is m? Okay, so c is easy, so let's just fill that in first. That is your y-intercept over here. So c will be -3 in this equation. So we can go and write down what we know. And now we're just missing m. Okay, to get m, what I would do is I would take 2 points. So here's the coordinates of this point. That is -2, 0. And the coordinates of this point is 0, -3. And then what I do is I would say, give them a label, or we can write them down over here to make it easy. Is my coordinates. Okay, make this one y1, y2, x1 and x2. These you can obviously choose. You can choose which one is y1 and which one is y2. So then we'll put m is equal to y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1, which is equal to y2 is -3 minus y1 is 0, x2 is 0 minus x1 -2, and that gives us -3 over minus -2. That's -3 over 2. So the full equation, that's m. Now we're going to put m where m is. So y is equal to -3 over 2x minus 3. Okay, so that gives us f. That's the equation of f. So to find the equation of g, they tell us that f and g are parallel. How do they tell us that? This line of, these two little squiggles over here, not squiggles, arrows, tell us that these two lines are parallel. So f is parallel to g. What parallel means is that the gradients are the same. So in the equation of g, right, g is going to have its own equation. So now find the equation. That's what we're trying to do. Find the equation of g. It's going to have its own equation, and we'll start off with y equals mx plus c, and once again we're looking for m and c. Okay, so they tell us that these two lines are parallel, which means that m of this function, m of this line, is the same as m of this line. Okay, so what was m of this line? It was -3 over 2, right? So that means this one is going to have the same m. So m for g is going to be -3 over 2 also. So this equation will now be -3 over 2x. And they gave us the y-intercept, which is 1. Okay, up here, remember c is the y-intercept. So c will be 1 plus 1. Okay, and that's how we figure out the first one. The second one, now they ask us find the coordinates of A. That's very easy. All we have to understand is A is the x-intercept of G, the function G or the line G. So A is over here, it's the x-intercept. So what we need to do is we now need to go and work out the x-intercept of this function, this equation. How do we do that? We know at the x-intercept its coordinates are going to be, we don't know what x is yet, but we know that y will be 0. Okay, so what we go and do is, instead of y, we're going to write the 0, x plus 1. Okay, and then we solve the equation and we'll be able to find the coordinates like that.